Listen up, Colts Nation. We are standing on the precipice of a franchise-altering offseason in Indianapolis. The front office isn't just tweaking the roster, they are preparing to detonate the status quo. Sources are buzzing, the phones are ringing off the hook, and the decisions made in the next few weeks will define this team for the next decade. We have massive updates on free agency targets, critical tag decisions, and a quarterback situation that is about to explode. You cannot afford to miss a second of this breakdown. Before we dive into the fire, I need you to smash that subscribe button right now. We are pushing hard for 1,000 subscribers, and I need you in our corner to make it happen.
Let's get straight to business because the clock is ticking and the Indianapolis Colts front office knows it. Sources confirm that the organization has finally solidified a clear, definitive strategy regarding the utilization of the franchise tag this offseason. This is not a drill. This is a calculated maneuver by General Manager Chris Ballard to ensure that the pillars of this roster do not walk out the door for nothing. For years, we have seen this team preach patience, but the time for patience has expired. The report indicates that the Colts have mapped out a specific path to lock down essential talent before they even sniff the open market. This is a critical development because it signals a shift in philosophy. They are not just hoping players stay, they are forcing the issue. The franchise tag is a weapon, and Indianapolis is ready to pull the trigger. Now let's look at this from an insider perspective. Why settle on this strategy now? Because the market is about to explode, and the cost of doing business is skyrocketing. By defining this strategy early, the Colts are trying to maintain leverage in negotiations that could otherwise turn messy and expensive. But let me tell you what I think, and I need you to hear me clearly. It is about time. You cannot build a championship culture if you are constantly bleeding talent. You draft them, you develop them, and you pay them. This move tells me that the Colts are tired of being a stepping stone and are ready to be a destination. However, utilizing the tag is a double-edged sword. It guarantees a player for 1 year, yes, but it can create resentment. It can create a locker room divide if not handled with the utmost precision. Are the players going to be happy about being tagged? Probably not. But does Chris Ballard care right now? Absolutely not. His job is to field the best 53 men possible, and if he has to slap a tag on a star player to keep the window open, so be it. This is the ruthlessness we have been begging for. We have seen too many nice guys finish last in this league. The Colts are drawing a line in the sand. They are saying, you are ours, and we are not letting you go without a fight. This strategic clarity is the first domino to fall in what promises to be a chaotic offseason. It sets the financial floor for the rest of their moves. If you tag a key guy, that cap space is eaten up instantly, which puts pressure on every other negotiation moving forward. It is a bold, aggressive, and necessary step for a team that is trying to climb out of mediocrity and back into relevance. But securing your own guys is only half the battle. You have to go out and hunt for new blood.
Listen, the insider information keeps flowing, and you do not want to be the last one to know. If you want these exclusive updates delivered straight to you, hit that subscribe button, join the family, and stay ahead of the game. If that first update didn't wake you up, this one certainly will, because the Indianapolis Colts are hunting for a monster. Recent projections and insider chatter for the upcoming free agency period have identified Indianapolis as not just a possible landing spot, but the favorite to land a superstar pass rusher. We are talking about an elite, game-wrecking talent coming to the Circle City to join forces with DeForest Buckner and completely revitalize this defensive front. The organization has identified the pass rush as a primary area of need, and with the salary cap space available, they are poised to make a massive splash. This is the news we have been waiting for. For too long, we have watched opposing quarterbacks sit back in the pocket, make a sandwich, read a book, and then throw a touchdown. It is unacceptable. You cannot win in the National Football League without making the quarterback uncomfortable, and the Colts are finally ready to pay the price to fix it. Imagine the impact of adding a double-digit sack artist to this defense. It changes the geometry of the field. It forces offensive coordinators to keep tight ends into block. It opens up one-on-one opportunities for everyone else on the line. This is a strategic masterstroke if they can pull it off. The report suggests that the Colts are looking for a heavy hitter, a name that commands respect and fear. We aren't talking about a depth piece. We are talking about a star. And let me be clear, this is a necessity, not a luxury. In the AFC South, you have young, athletic quarterbacks emerging, and if you cannot chase them down, you are finished. The Colts have the money, they have the need, and now, it seems, they have the will. But here is the reality check. Being a favorite means nothing until the ink is dry on the contract. Every team wants a pass rusher. The competition will be fierce, the bidding war will be brutal, and the Colts must be willing to overpay if necessary. Are they ready to break the bank?
History says they are cautious, but this report suggests a change in the wind. This is about aggression. This is about looking at the defense and admitting it wasn't good enough. I love this aggressive posture. It shows the fans that the front office is not sleeping at the wheel. They understand that to compete with the elite teams in the AFC, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, you need to be able to disrupt the passing game with 4 men. If they land this superstar, the entire outlook of the season changes instantly. But while the defense is looking to add firepower, there is a storm brewing on the offensive side of the ball that could tear the future of this franchise apart.
Now hold on to your seats, because this is the story that changes everything, and frankly, it leaves me absolutely stunned. We are receiving reports indicating that Anthony Richardson Sr., the man drafted to be the savior of this franchise, is already looking for the exit door. Sources suggest that Richardson has indicated a need for a fresh start, and the expectation is that he will be wearing a new uniform by the 2026 season. This is a catastrophic development. We are talking about a former top 5 pick, a physical specimen, a guy who was supposed to be the face of the Indianapolis Colts for the next 15 years, and now we are hearing he wants out? This is a disaster of epic proportions. The report points to a disappointing stint and a desire to reset his career elsewhere. How did we get here so fast? It feels like just yesterday he was drafted with all the hope in the world. If this report holds true, it signals a complete and total failure of the development process in Indianapolis. It means the relationship between the quarterback and the organization has fractured beyond repair. And I have to ask, who is to blame? Is it the coaching staff for not utilizing his talents correctly? Is it Richardson for not developing as a passer? Or is it the front office for missing the evaluation entirely? This news casts a dark shadow over the entire franchise. If you lose your franchise quarterback in 2026, you are hitting the reset button all over again. You are back in quarterback purgatory, a place the Colts know all too well since Andrew Luck retired. The emotional toll this takes on the fan base cannot be overstated. You invest your time, your money, your heart into a young player, and to hear that he is already eyeing a departure is a slap in the face. This creates a lame duck situation that is toxic for a locker room. How do you rally around a leader who doesn't want to be there? How do you build an offense for a guy who has 1 foot out the door? This connects directly to the other stories. Why bring in a superstar pass rusher? Why tag your key players? If you don't have the quarterback situation settled, none of it matters. The NFL is a quarterback-driven league, and right now, the Colts driver is looking to jump out of the car. This puts immense pressure on the upcoming season. If Richardson plays well, does he stay? If he plays poorly, is the exit accelerated? The uncertainty is crippling. This is a 5-alarm fire in Indianapolis, and the smoke is getting thicker by the minute. The future we thought we had is crumbling before our very eyes.
This is a decisive moment in the history of the Indianapolis Colts, folks. We have a front office trying to lock down talent with the franchise tag, a defense potentially adding a superstar pass rusher, and a quarterback situation that is spiraling into absolute chaos with Anthony Richardson looking at the exit in 2026. The contrast between building a contender on defense and losing the foundation on offense is terrifying. I need to know what you think. Who is at fault for the Richardson situation? Is it the player or the team? And do you trust Ballard to land that superstar pass rusher? Sound off in the comments below, because I read every single one of them. We are in this together, Colts Nation. Stay strong, subscribe for more updates, and I will see you next time.